Okay, so today we're diving deep into a question about Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And it's one that we hear a lot this time of year. And I'm sure you hear it a lot too, being an expert in, the history and kind of the evolution of Thanksgiving. Why turkey?
It's funny that you should mention that because I was just having this conversation with my wife yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, why turkey? Is it just tradition? Is there more to the story? It really got me thinking.
Yeah. And it is one of those things that, it seems so simple on the surface,
Yeah.
right? Like Thanksgiving, turkey, it's just automatic.
Yeah.
But the more you think about it, it's like, well, wait a minute, why? Of all the birds, all the foods, why did this one become, the star?
Well, and you're right. There's a deeper story there. There's history, there's symbolism, there's even, believe it or not, some clever marketing that went into making the turkey the icon it is today.
Okay, so let's start with the very basics and go all the way back, back to the very first Thanksgiving, 1621, the Pilgrims, the Wampanoag, that whole thing. Now, wild turkeys, we know they were plentiful back then, but was that the only reason it ended up on the table? Or was there something more?
Well, you hit the nail on the head with abundance. For the early settlers, wild turkeys, they were everywhere. Easy to hunt, a good source of meat. But it was more than just, filling their bellies. It was about that connection to the land, to what nature was providing for them, right?
Right.
And that really ties back into the whole spirit of Thanksgiving, doesn't it? That sense of gratitude for what you have.
It does. And, I'm thinking, even further on, like way, way further on, Ben Franklin, right?
Wow.
One of the founding fathers.
Right.
He actually thought, he was in favor of the turkey being the national bird.
Oh, yeah. He was a big fan of the turkey.
Yeah. What was he thinking?
Mm.
Why the turkey? I mean, I love turkey, don't get me wrong, but...
Well, the bald eagle, our eventual national bird, Franklin, he wasn't too impressed.
Oh, right.
He thought it had kind of a bad moral character. A bird of prey, a scavenger, not really representing the values he had in mind for the new nation.
So he wasn't a fan of the eagle. So what did he see in the turkey? That the eagle was lacking.
Well, to him, the turkey, while maybe not as, majestic or flashy as the eagle, it was more respectable. He saw it as courageous,
Okay.
a provider, resourceful,
Mm.
more in line with the values of hard work, community, things like that he felt were really important.
It really is fascinating to think, how different, the symbols, how different they might be if he had his way. So, okay, Franklin loves the turkey.
Yeah.
But, the turkey eventually does become the star of the Thanksgiving table. Like, how does that really happen?
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. The turkey's size, it's perfect for, big gatherings, right? Family, friends. And it's versatile. You can roast it, bake it, fry it. But, it really starts to take off in the 20th century, and that's where marketing comes in.
Okay, marketing.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Brands like, Butterball, Reynolds Wrap, they saw the potential of the turkey, and they really ran with it.
So those classic images, right? The Norman Rockwell-esque, family around the table with the perfectly golden brown turkey as the centerpiece.
Exactly. That's the image they created. And they tapped into those emotions, family, togetherness, tradition, abundance. And they made that connection between the turkey and the holiday itself. Really powerful stuff.
So they made it the star of the show.
They really did.
And then, now we're here in modern day Thanksgiving. And, we're not just roasting a turkey anymore, are we?
Oh, no, not at all. It's a whole new world out there. Deep fried turkey, smoked turkey, brine turkey, you name it. People are getting really creative. New flavors, new techniques. It's all about, how tastes change, how our culinary landscape evolves.
So it's really become this kind of blank canvas, for creativity in the kitchen. But it still represents, those core values of the holiday, right?
Absolutely. That sense of tradition, gratitude, it's still there. And that's what I find so fascinating about it. It's this, this mix of history, symbolism, practicality, and then, this evolving culinary creativity. It's a reminder that even our most cherished traditions, they're not static. They change with us.
From, just a wild bird running around to, this national icon with a gourmet makeover.
That's quite a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It really makes you think about those forces that shape our culture, doesn't it?
It does. And it makes you think, too, is it destiny? Is turkey on Thanksgiving destiny? Or is it this, carefully crafted tradition or maybe, just a delicious accident of history? What do you think?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And I think it might be a bit of all three. It's amazing how these things evolve.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating. I really appreciate you sharing your expertise with us today.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Always happy to talk turkey.
All right. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Thanksgiving turkey. And until next time, keep those questions coming.